Hey, welcome to my new series. This time it's in English, since a lot of people message me to do some English tutorials. So there you go. I have to add, English is not my native language, so please don't get angry if I screw the grammar or some vocabulary. What I'm going to do is I'm going to redo some PHP functions as much as I can. And I'm going to stick to the original as good as I can. The reason I'm doing this is you'll learn an awful lot by doing this, since you have to redo some logic, and the other is some PHP functions could just work better or a bit different. So the function I picked today is called array change key case, and what it does is it makes the keys of an array either uppercase or lowercase. I start right away. I copy paste my preset array. As you can see, it has a lower a, a lower b, a lower c, uppercase D, and an uppercase E, uppercase F. The reason I assign values is if I didn't do it, array would be numeric, and A, B, C, D, and so on would be the values. It would look like this. So array 0 is A. And I don't want it that way. I want the letters. So let's take a short look at array. I do a print R. As you can see, I'm running it by shell because it's a small amount of data. And you can also run it in the browser. Maybe you want to put an echo pre before the print R, but it works the same. I called it index.php. I'm going to rename my file later, but it works for now. So I do php index.php, and that's my array. Next thing is we take a look at what array change key case does. It returns an array, so I say changed equals array underscore change key case. I can put in two parameters. One is the array, I want to change the keys. The second is the case. And this second parameter is the reason why I picked array change key case and why I'm going to redo it. The default of array change key case is it makes the keys lowercase. So changed is not input array, it's array, and print R changed. And now my keys are lowercase. Now to the hated second parameter, it's called case underscore upper or lower. Lower is, as I said, the default, you don't have to put it in. I'm going to put in case upper, and now everything should be uppercase. And it is. Wonderful. So case upper is a predefined constant by PHP, and many people don't know about case upper. So let's redo this function so we don't need case upper. I say function my array change key case. And before I do any more code, let's take a second look at array change key case. Okay, it takes two parameters. One is the array, second is case. And the bit hidden or it returns false if input is not an array. I can work with that. So first parameter is array, second is case, and case is defaulted with null. First thing I do is an if, and I check if array is an array, and if it's not, I return false. The exclamation mark means not, so I negate it. So I say if is not an array, then return false. Is array returns returns a boolean, it's either true or false. So I say if is array equals false, then return false. Okay, now that I'm sure I have an array, I say return array equals an empty array. The next thing I do is a for each. Since I need to iterate over the normal array, and I go by it as array as key value. And what I do now is very simple. I check either case is null or not, and depending on that, I put the key to uppercase or lowercase, and then I put together my return array. So new key equals, what I do now is a short if. It goes by, I lost the word, you see it, you know what I mean. And what I put in there is the condition. So I say if case equals null, then I say str to lower on key, and else I do str to upper on key. I could also write it like this, but as you can see inline it's much shorter. So I say if case is null, then new key, I can't write anymore, great, new key equals blah blah blah, else it would be str to upper. One line, less code, it's fine. And then as I said, I put together my return array, or return array new key equals value. And the last line, I say return array. And that's it. Let's check it out. Change isn't array change key case anymore. Now it's my array change key case. Let's look at changed. Everything is lower. And now I write in 0. Still everything is lower. But why? The reason for that is actually very simple. PHP is not type safe. What I mean by that is 0 could either be that or it could be that. And in this case, 0 is null. So what I do now, I check with a triple if case is really null. So if I put in 0 now, everything is upper. If I type in null, everything is lower. And if I put in anything else, it's still upper, since it's not null. So now you ask, what is the advantage by doing this? It's actually very simple, because I can demonstrate you. I show you what array change key case does. If I put in anything else, or let's say crap, as second parameter, it throws me a warning. So you could use an add to literally say shut up. So there's no warning, but it's a very bad practice to hide any errors or anything else, because if it breaks, you don't know where it breaks or why it broke. So what we made is a function behaving like array change key case, but it's a lot more secure to use it. I hope you enjoy it. Have fun. There you go, array change key case.